Welcome again to the Quip and Convo segment. Today I'll have the pleasure of hosting a guest a second time. You'll see her bio right after this. Welcome back to the
Thank you.
I'm so glad, to have you back.
Thank you. Same here. I'm happy to be here again.
Yes, I enjoyed your last visit, and I'm really delighted that this time we're going to be talking from a different book rather, not second, my third book. And for this one, you have chosen Quip 81, which says, the more you read, the more you grow and are better equipped to lead. Okay?
Yeah. The more you read, the more you grow, and the better equipped you are to lead. Yeah, I actually like that. I like that because, there's a part of being inquisitive, try to learn, try to know more. And we can't know everything, no matter how good you are.
Yeah.
You can't know everything. And great leaders, they know that. Know that they need answers. A lot of times you'll be faced with situations that you don't know how to handle.
Yeah.
Right. And that means that you need to do some research, you need to do some learning. And I think the wisest thing or the best thing to do is even to be prepared beforehand. Okay. So that's why many leaders, they read wide, because you can't experience everything by yourself. For example, I'm a mother, I'm a parent, right? But how old are my kids? I might want to know how to parent a young adult, for example. Yes. I don't have to wait till I have that experience.
That's true.
So what do? I can read. I can learn from somebody's experience, somebody that has passed that stage, that have done very well, and they've written books. And one thing about books is that you don't have to know the person. Like, okay, I know Ada, I can talk to her, but what if I don't have that access to her? But she's written a book.
Yeah.
I can read that book and glean from her knowledge and wisdom, right?
Yeah.
So when people read books, what happens is that you're hearing from different people, you're getting people's knowledge, people's experiences that you might never, ever have access to in your lifetime.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, somebody says that when you read books, you're hanging out with the person that's writing it. So imagine you're hanging out with the bright minds, the Simon Sinek that I love to read this book. You're hanging out with Michael Hyatt. You're hanging out with Ada that has written her own book. You're hanging out with John Maxwell. So imagine that you have access to these people, to their minds, to what they think, right? To their principles. And everybody has their own giftedness. So what happens is when you read, you broaden your mind, you broaden your horizon, you experience cultures that you may never, ever experience in person.
Yes.
Your mind travels to places that maybe on its own, it will never get there.
Yes, yes.
It opens you up to things that never. So that's why when leaders read, it broadens their mind, it broadens their horizon. They are better at solving problems, real life problems. They're better at relating with people, even if this is a new culture, because they've read, they've interacted with that culture in another realm, so to speak.
Yes.
Because when we read, sometimes we visualize it. Sometimes you see yourself in that book. Sometimes when you're reading, sometimes you see. I love to listen to audiobook. And especially when the person that writes is the person that is reading. It's like I can experience what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like I can share as if I'm there and the person is just talking to me, or you're having a conversation,
Yes.
And what does that do to your mind? And for me, it's like as if I'm somewhere else. And this adds to us, right? Even if you're not a leader,
Yeah.
but as a leader, it adds to your experiences. It helps you to lead better
Yeah.
because now your mindset is shifting.
Yes.
You're not just talk to your own belief system and this is your own way of doing things. It
Yeah.
broadens your mindset, it broadens your horizon, right? It
That's
also
true.
helps our communication. Communication skills is one of the essential skills that a leader needs. So what does that do? Reading helps us to communicate better,
Yes.
helps us to get to use better words,
That's true.
understand people. People used to think that, readers are just bookworms. I think when we were in school or something, people that read, they're not very good at interpersonal relationships, but that's not true. If
Yeah.
you read wide, actually, it helps you in
Mm-hmm.
even talking to someone that is new that you've not met before,
Yeah.
because you learned how to even break the ice. You could even start with a book, and sometimes you could just bond with somebody because you've read the same book. It
Yes.
happens.
That happens.
It
Yes. That
happens,
happens.
right? So that belief that we used to have, that bookworm, they just read books and they're not good with mixing with
Anything
people or
else?
talking to
Yeah.
people, that's not necessarily true. And especially people that read word, not only fiction, not only non-fiction, they read fiction, they read every kind of genre. It's
Yeah.
good because it helps your mind broadens well. I'm just starting to start. I'm really working on reading fictions. I'm not used to it, but I know that it's something that I need to start. Life is not that serious. Everything mustn't be management book or leadership book or business book. No, you have to spice up the life. Or okay, parenting book because I'm a parent, or marriage book because I'm married.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
read fictions and just like to help us live in another world, so to speak,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and just spice out the life. And it helps your mind as a leader. It helps you to relate with people. It helps you to have diverse opinions and
Yeah.
to understand diverse points of views of other people. So you're not stuck in your own way.
Yeah.
You're not stuck in your own rigid belief system, and not allowing people to, okay, yeah, I'm not saying that you have to believe every other what people believe, but you allow them to, more like you're open-minded. You want to hear their own side. You want to see, okay, how does this person see the world?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm different from how I see the world.
Yeah.
I'm reading help us to do that.
Yeah. And
It gives
that's
us,
true.
yeah, it gives us access to mentors.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it mentors
And
that maybe, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no, you were saying about mentors. Please go on.
Yeah, it gives us access to mentors. Like I just spoke about Simon Sinek. I love reading the book, John Maxwell. Yeah, I'm in my John Maxwell team, which is different. But if I wasn't there and I'm reading his book, I have access to, I'm hearing him, I'm listening to him, I'm reading this book, I'm more like experiencing him. He's teaching me
Yeah.
his principles,
Yeah.
he's mentoring me in his
Mm-hmm.
own way.
Yeah.
So imagine every time you read someone's book, you're taking a part of them. Like I said, as if you're hanging out with them.
Yeah.
It increases the capacity to reason. It's widening the capacity of a leader to reason. So reading is, I think it's something that we always say when you're young. They'll say, readers are leaders.
Yeah.
Because when you read, you are above the normal people that don't want to open a book. So at least you know, you know something that they don't know. So
Mm-hmm.
even if you're not a leader, like with a position, reading broadens your horizon, it broadens your mind, it
Yeah.
increases your capacity also, it increases you.
Yeah.
What else would I say about reading? Yeah, helps you grow.
Yeah. It
And then when you
definitely.
grow, what happens? You have something to give.
Yes. Yes.
You have something to give others.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you can give others, when you can influence others, it makes you a better leader. Because leadership is not just about yourself, it's the
Yeah.
fact that you have something else to give other
Other
people that you're
people.
leading. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Thank
can look up to you because you know something that maybe they don't know.
you.
Maybe they've not gotten to you.
Yeah.
Or because you can connect with them
Mm-hmm.
in a way that maybe no other leader can.
Yeah.
But you, because you've read that, you've broadened your own horizon, you've broadened your mindset, you can
Mm-hmm.
relate with them, you can connect with them.
Yeah.
Because we've learned from different leaders. Because you have different experiences, you have multiple experiences now because of different books you're reading.
Yeah.
It makes you
Nice.
wiser.
Yes, it does. It does. Yeah. I like, I like the, how you said it gives you the opportunity of hanging out with people and getting those mentors. Because if I think back to some of the books I have read that have made an impact in my life, John Maxwell's Failing Forward is one book that it's one of my favorite books. I think about John Mason's book, You're Born an Original, Don't Die a Copy. And these are books I read decades ago. I mean, like the John Mason one, I read it years and years ago. Even, reading the books by Dr. Miles Monroe, now of blessed memory. There were books, I mean, the other day I put the picture of the original book of the Discovering Your Purpose, the blue cover, So once I put it, people were like, oh my God, you have you have the first edition. But it's a book that, despite the fact that I never met Miles Monroe while he was alive, like you say, it was my opportunity of hanging out with him and learning from him. And then the fiction books, I have, started also getting into reading fiction, and it's improving, or shall I say, what was the word you used? You said broadening your horizon. Yes, it's broadening even my cultural perspective. So you're spot on. You're spot on with this. Yes, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, thank you very much. And like you said, I think the can you please read the quip again? There's an ending part that I didn't really talk about.
Okay, so it says, the more you read, the more you grow and are better equipped to lead.
But equipped to lead. When you grow, when personal growth equips you to lead better. It not only equips you to lead better, it equips you to be a better person. I think the last time we spoke about self-leadership.
Yes.
And self-leadership helps you to grow, to really focus on your personal growth.
Yeah.
So reading is part of the things that you do to increase your personal growth, to make sure you're growing. And then when you're increasing your personal growth, it equips you to lead better.
Yeah.
It equips you to be a better person, a better version of yourself. And then you have the capacity and the capabilities that you need, the skills you need, requirements you need to lead others.
Yeah.
Because leading is influence. They see you, like I said before, you are already like a testimonial of what can be. So they see what they can become.
Yeah.
More like.
Yeah, that's
And they
true.
see they see that, so they can easily follow. And that's why it's not just about a positional leader. Talking about you having that posture, because influence is leadership.
Yeah.
So leadership is influence. Yes, if you can influence somebody, you're leading that person.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
it works, they're all intertwined.
Always, exactly. It's almost like, yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing your perspective on this book. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. I love talking with you.
Likewise, I enjoyed the time we spent together for sure. All right. Well, thanks
Thank you
again.
very much.
You're welcome. You take care.
Take care. Bye. God bless.
You too. God bless you and your family. Bye now.
Bye.
Oh, I always enjoy when Wunmi and I get together, even if it's virtually. I was saying to her later on that it's interesting that in September, my video on Literacy Day, I guess I'll put a link up there. Hopefully I remember to do that, was based on the same quip. But it's so interesting when you watch this and that video, how two people can read the same quip and come up with different nuggets from it. Well, I look forward to reading your comments on this and that video and on other videos, of course. And thank you for visiting the Quip Corner now and again. If you haven't already done so, you can subscribe. The button is right below this video. And if you click on the bell, you'll be notified each time there's a new video. Thanks again for joining us. Bye now.